Okay, welcome to the finished Sukkah. This is a little door, but you can actually close it. That's a flap there, which I'll show as I walk around. And you can see the cinder block there at the bottom, which that cinder block there, it's a little bright, but you can take that cinder block off. There's another one that's buried in that tarp there. You can take that cinder block and move it. When you take this tarp, you could flip it over and then hook it to the 2x4 at the end. I have it hooked to a 2x4 with a zip tie, so it's staying open, but you could flip it the other way and close up the sukkah if it's getting too windy or cold. Alright, so here's the sukkah. I put a table in here and some chairs, some extra chairs. I have a fold-up table I'm going to bring in later. There's another table in the corner, a little snack table. And then if you can see the Sukkah, here I'm going to get down so you guys can see the Sukkah. But that's the lattice. It's what I did is I used the 2x4 and then a 1x3, so you can see 2x4 and 1x3 staggered at 1 foot intervals. And then I just put the leaves up as well. Now, some of the grommets started pulling out, so that's something you might want to do this even before you put the sukkah up. Is, if you can see there, I put electric duct tape. You can see, I'll try to walk a little closer. I don't want to shake the camera too much, but you can see I put duct tape there because the grommets were pulling out. So you might want to actually, if you're using these tarps, buy the duct tape first and then put it on, and then put the zip ties through. And you can see here the difference in color. If you notice there, see the difference in color. What I did is, since there was that gap there, which you could have left open, I don't think it would have been an issue, but it's got to be sealed walls, at least 3 sealed walls. So since I had the opening on this side, I wanted to make it official that this wall was sealed, so I put in that extra I bought a 6 foot by 8 foot tarp, and then I just held it down. And you'll see as I go around the edge, you'll see I just used slate and cinder blocks to hold down the tarp. But I wrapped the tarp in the slate and cinder blocks, so it's really pretty taut. Now, on the last video, I showed you the electric, but I'll show it from here. Right here is an Erev piece. It's a little bright going out in the sun, but you see there's an Erev. I tied it here to this post. It delineates a barrier or a boundary, and then I tied it up to the house over there. If you can see it tied to the house, and then I put these little things on just to say a safety precaution. You don't need to put those on, but it gets a little low here at this height here. It's there. This height is like 80 inches, so like 6 feet 8. So if somebody was tall, they might actually, God forbid, walk into it. So I delineated that, and then I did the electric, as is in the other video. You can see there, I hooked the electric up there with a sensor and adapter and stuff, and then I ran the wire. You can see here the wire, and it's going in here, and you can see one light there. I'll try to come over on the edge. You can see the light. Okay, and then the other light is over here. You can see there. And then what I did is I used the power strip, as I did indicate in the earlier video. The power strip is here, and you put the switch on. See, I have this little switch, so I put the switch on, and then both lights come on. And then you can even add other holiday lights, as I said earlier. So now here the switch is on, the light is on there. I'll turn the switch off, the light goes off. So it's pretty nice. So either I could have somebody who's not Jewish, turn the lights on and off, or I'd just leave them on for the holiday. Okay, what I'll do is I'll walk around the sukkah real quick and show you. What I did is I zip tied it to these poles. It's actually a clothesline structure. So if you can see here, We zip tied it right to the pole. Here, these tarps come with grommets. You can see there the grommet. So I just put a zip tie in it, easy enough. And the sucker's got to have officially 3 sides. So you can see there, the side. I'm going to walk over here, get you a better view. Here you have, I ran these at 12 inches as I indicated in an earlier video because I didn't want anybody who was walking. This is a common path here. That's another reason why we had to delineate the area with that rope. So with this common path, I don't want anybody walking and getting hurt. So that's 12 inches on that side. So this clothesline was 14 feet 6 inches, so you're going to have 18 inches of overhang on the other side, as I'll show you. But here, this is a wall. I just, in the center of this wall, since it was, like I said, 14.6, right at the halfway point, I put in this piece. I don't know if you noticed it inside, but I put a piece inside with a cinder block and then a piece outside, and the cinder blocks are wrapped up in the tarp. Because the tarp is 10 feet, these tarps were 10 feet by 20. I bought 2 like that, and then that one tarp, as I indicated before, was a 6 by 8, and then the tarp on with the door, that was a 12-foot side, so I bought another tarp that was 12 feet, and that was like 12 by 10. So what I did with the extra feet, because it's about, let's say, just argument's sake, say it's like 7 feet high, the sukkah. I have 3 feet of extra tarp, so I rolled the cinder blocks in the tarp, and it's holding pretty nice. It's a little breezy today. It was more breezy yesterday, and you can see how it's holding. Anyway, you can see on this side how the pieces are a little bit longer. I didn't really want to start cutting them because they're 16-foot pieces, so I figured I could just leave them. And then you can see here the slate on this side. I happen to have some slate, so I use the slate in lieu of the cinder blocks. So I put one slate in the tarp, and the other slate I put outside. And then the Sukkah, I can't really show it to you from here. Maybe I'll go upstairs and take a video from upstairs. But the Sukkah is up on the top, and the wood can be secured, but the Sukkah cannot. You just got to lay the Sukkah on the top, and you can't tie it or anything like that. So if it gets windy and it blows off, I can just put it back on. It's okay. But you cannot tie it down. So that is our Sukkah for 2010 in the solar calendar, and in the lunar Jewish calendar it is 5771. Those are the years, 5771 and 2010.